There's a few things we want to do. Just putting a box here isn't enough. We've got to attract the animal and convince it to go in there. 80% of critter encounters with devices don't result in interaction. So our job in baiting and luring is to ensure the maximum chance of an animal going in. First thing I'll do is I will put a big scuff at the entrance. This will be for a cat or a stoat, it'll be like a rabbit's been digging a warren here. So all this loose dirt will be incredibly exciting. Same deal both sides. So we've got fresh scuff at both entrances. Really important that you do this every time. Also, we'll use a bit of blaze, a bit of flour, not in the trap or on the trap, but beside the trap. This isn't to attract stoats or cats, it's to attract rodents. The more rodents smell coming here, the more interesting this will be to other predators. So we're setting up a bit of a epicenter of interest. If we just put a egg in this trap and leave it like that, it's sitting silently in the landscape, but we want to influence for a large area around it. This trap should shout in the landscape. I'm not a big fan of whole eggs, so when I'm doing my trapping, I'll break the egg at all times. I'll never use a whole egg. I'll get a wee stick and I'll turn it into an omelette. Make sure I break that yolk, and I will leave most of the contents on the threshold and at the door. And I will put the egg sitting horizontal in the container, because that's how eggs appear in nature. Eggs never sit in nature like vertical. If you want a visual lure that's appropriate, you want to have your eggs horizontal. There's residual smell in there. There's a free omelette on the outside to encourage interaction, and then I'll put that in between. Also use a bit of a rabbit or mutton fat or something, rub it on the baffles so that there's the smell of rabbit, both baffles inside and out. Note the traps are not set at this stage for safety. Once I've got a little bit of rabbit, I'll put the remaining rabbit on in between the two traps. So in a very linear landscape like this, the critters are traveling along this fence feature, but what you can do is use whatever you can find, bits of moss, bits of log, here a bit of pine slash, just to create a little bit of guidance. Everything like this helps. Bit of a blaze here, or some other lure, rabbit lure or salmon lure out here, just to get the critter to be more interested in engaging with this device. Only then are we ready to set the traps.